Yo, RX back with the final breakdown of the year. And that would be UFC Vegas 45, the Black Beast versus Dawkins. Interesting card, very ups and downs. The prelims are pretty weak, main card's pretty good. Not many fights been canned off the card either, which is super fucking plus. But yeah, this is the last breakdown of the year. And I didn't even start doing this that fucking early. I started, my first breakdown was what? Gaslam Cannoneer, if I'm correct. And that was what, in fucking September or some shit? So yeah, next year is gonna be a full year of breakdowns and recaps. Gonna be fun, my guys, gonna be fun. But let's focus on the here and the now, which is Lewis and Dawkins. So before I get into the breakdown, like the video, comment, sub, all that shit, thank you. And let's get into the breakdown. We start off the card with a pretty weak fight, if you ask me. Matt Saley's Silas versus Jordan Levitt. I don't know much about Saley's Silas, how you say his name, but I know a little bit about Mr. Levitt, as most people probably do. Mr. Levitt, the guy who picked up and slammed, what was his name? Matt, Winman? But that was almost that. The fact that it was almost a year ago is fucking insane. And then he had a terrible last fight against Claudio Puelles. Terrible last fight. He looked the second his game plan didn't work, he looked lost. Which, yeah, he's still very young in period and in his career. But man, you're in the UFC, you can't be looking lost out there, man. You can't be looking lost. Yeah, he did not look good in his last fight. And then for Silas, been off for almost 2 years. Last fight against Bryce Mitchell, the guy, he was the guy who got twisted. And then his last win was almost 3 years ago against Kyle Nelson, whoever the fuck that is. Yeah, he's 1-2 in the UFC, and he fights every year. Don't know much about the guy, but obviously Silas' game plan going into this is don't get taken down, because that's where Levitt. You want to make Levitt strike. It's like it's like Damian Maya in a way, I guess would be the best example. You grapplers who can't strike, you want them to strike. And in Levitt's last fight, the little striking we saw, if I remember correctly, we didn't see much striking. He looked bad. So, I don't know about, I think Silas might be a grappler too, but he can't be as bad of a striker as Levitt. And this is Silas moving up to lightweight, so let's see how that goes for him. I don't know, this will show if Levitt's real deal. Well, I wouldn't say real deal, if he actually cares to fix the problems in his game. If he goes out there, looks the same as last fight, oh boy. But if he goes out there, looks good on the ground, even if Silas is actually trying, and can show a little bit of striking improvement, big props. But if he doesn't do that, Matt might have his number. I still think I'm going with Levitt here, because I do believe he'll do what he has to do to win. I'm not super confident. These are the betting odds, minus 110 apiece. I would have Levitt a very small favorite, around minus 130 to plus 115. Just because we don't know what Silas is really about. We haven't seen him in almost 2 years. And in the last fight, he's fighting Bryce Mitchell, one of the best grapplers in the UFC. Now, it's a step down in competition, really. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do with Levitt. and Styles. See how they go out there. That's what I'm gonna say it. I think Levitt will do what he has to do to win. I don't know how impressive it will look. That we'll see that fight night. But I think Levitt will do what he has to do to win, and I think he'll get the nod by the judges. I wouldn't be shocked to see him a submission or even a TKO, but a TKO like Styles is gassed. If you know, like you watch fights, you know what I mean. But yeah, I think Levitt can do it, man. I think Levitt will pull off the win by decision. Not very, very confident. My fucking voice, I swear to God. Yeah, I'm not very confident in Levitt, but I'm more confident picking Levitt than I would be picking Styles. So, Jordan Levitt decision. Next up, one of 3 heavyweight bouts. You don't see this many heavyweight bouts on a on a card. Dontel Mays versus Josh Parisian. Parisian, however you say it, I don't fucking know. He's Josh Parisian, who gives a fuck, he's not that good. Interesting fight here, very interesting fight. Dontel Mays, winning about a year ago against, Rogue Martinez, before going, dropping back to back, in his 2 first fights in UFC after DWCS. But he didn't lose to bad competition. He fought Thorough fucking Gone and Raggio Nascimento. Though he lost to the top, questionably the top heavyweight in the world, and not a bad guy. Yeah, he came back and beat a really bad fighter, but I guess you would call this a step up from Rogue Martinez, who Josh also just beat. But before that, he lost to Parker fucking Porter. Fucking hell. This is definitely the fight of both fights on the prelims at heavyweight are the battle of really bad or not even good guys that compared to other unranked guys. Like, I think fucking Josh is fucking terrible fighter. I think he's a complete terrible fighter. And I don't think Dontel's much better, but I think he is better. And so do the betting odds, having him coming at -200. As crazy as it sounds, I might agree. I might even move him up. I think he's better. Not by much, but dude, being better than Josh fucking Parsi and what? I'm fucking this guy's bum anyway. Precision. I don't think it's an accomplishment in that much, but still, if you can be better than Josh, you'll win. So, I think Dontel will and with my pick, I think Dontel will go out there and do what he has to do to win. I'm more confident in this pick than I am in Jordan Levitt, to say the least. Not saying much in that statement, I don't think. But I definitely feel a lot more confident in Dontel Mays than I do in Jordan Levitt. I think Dontel's just better, not by much, but just better. Yep, I think he'll just not I think Josh will gas before him, to be honest. And I could see a Dontel decision. I could see Dontel submission. I could see a Dontel knockout. But out of those 3, I think I'm gonna go Dontel Mays by decision. I don't think Josh is that good. Actually, I don't think Josh is good at all. So, Dontel Mays by decision. Next up, a really good fight. Probably the best fight on the prelims. Which if you looked at this fight on paper, you wouldn't think it's that good, but compared to other fights on the prelims, it's pretty good, and that's just pretty high stakes, and a division I got a huge fucking shakeup last week. Raquel Pennington versus Mishi Macy Chasson, aka watered down Megan Anderson. We all know Rocky, tough as nails, won't give a fuck. Will go into the fire with anyone. And her last fight after her comeback fight against Pennington, that looked good. I don't think she won. Personally, I don't think she won. But it was a good fight. She put up a really good performance against Panny. And she looked good. She looked good against a very good I guess not really prospect, but a very good fighter at 135. And for Chasson in her last fight, which felt like forever ago, because she keeps getting fights fucking canned. She beat Marion Renault, easy win. Honestly, Marion Renault ain't good, like, at all. And then before that, she beat Shauna Young, so not good wins. When she fought a real fighter like Lena Landsberg, she got beat. She's beat fucking nobody. Gina Mazzani, Sarah Morales, Shanna Young, and fucking Marion Renault. And she won Tough. By the way, Macy Chasson won a season of Tough. And how flattery, fuck, she beat Pennington that, but still, never mind. Pennington, that's her best win. I don't know how much that is saying, but she won. Must have been a really shit season of Tough. I'm trying to see who else was on the show with them, cause it must not have been great fighters if she won. I'm not trying to shit on Chasson. I actually don't mind Chasson, but as I noticed, if I her Latson, I'm Bia Malecki, and so she was on no one good. I don't fucking know. Like the Panikin, that's definitely her best win. Rocky had beat people like. Let's just go through a couple of Rocky's wins. Like I said, Panny, Irene Aldana, Misha Tate, Jessica Andrade, Besh Correa, Roxy. Yeah, she beat some good fighters. Yeah, I then brings up this fight's at 145, even though they're both ranked at 35. Do they really want to bulk up 45 that much? Because now the Kayla Harrison plans are out the window because Nunes just fucking lost. So now you try to make 145 a division. Cheers, mate. And by the way, this was not the original fight plan. This was supposed to be Julia Avulera, but she got a knee injury, so Chasson stepped in. By the way, just want to throw that out there. I think that would have been a good fight too, Rocky and Avulera. But now we gotta get to the betting odds. Rocky coming in minus 190 to plus 160. I guess I would have her favorite, but I think I would have her around minus 190 anyway, so it's not like that big of a step up from where I would have her. And I am picking her. Wow, Rex, you're picking 3 favorites? Ooh, you're fucking really going deep. I'm picking dogs later. But yeah, I think Rocky's better. She might be a little shorter. 5'7" to 5'11", a little shorter. But when you're on the ground, that height advantage doesn't mean shit. So I think Rocky will win. Get her to the ground. Do what she has to do. Rocky Pennington by decision. After that, a pretty good fight. Everyone's favorite Canadian, Charles Jourdain versus Andre Yule. Who doesn't love Charles Jourdain? The motherfucker always goes out there to brawl. And same thing for Andre Yule in a way. He what the fuck is my voice doing? He's a pretty entertaining fighter sometimes. he's not bad thing for Yule. He's not been on a good streak the last couple fights. He lost to Chris Gutierrez, lost to Julio Arce. His last win was Erwin Rivera about a year ago. So he's had a really bad 2021. Kinda got a feel for the guy in a way. Seems like a cool fucking dude, but it doesn't get any easier fighting Jourdain. Jourdain in his last fight did fight the much taller Juicy J. Before that, beating Rojo, a couple other guys, Duho Choi. And now he's back already after just fighting and going out, moving up Andre Yule. I'm sorry, Yule, but I think this is where you get cut, man. It's gonna be 3 in a row. If you drop this, you're gone. I think the betting odds having Jourdain minus 200 makes sense. Yule looked terrible his last couple fights, and Jourdain has, let alone fighting, is beating much better competition. Just in UFC, Duo Choi, fucking Marcelo Rojo, who's fucking Yule's good best, like a really good one, who stacks up to a Duo Choi. Jonathan Martinez, a washed Henan Barral. Every time he's fought someone even half decent, Julio Arce, Chris Gutierrez, Marlon Vera, Nathaniel Wood, he's lost. And I think Air Jourdain will pull off the win here. And minus 200, pretty good. I think like English, fuck. Yeah, I think I'm going Air Jourdain in this one, knockout in the first. No offense to Yule, I think he seems like a really cool dude, but niceness only gets you so far, man. If niceness won you titles, Wonderboy would be the undisputed 3-division champion. So, what does that tell you? Yeah, I think Air Jourdain will pull this off. Knockout in the first, get back on track. Sorry, Andre. Nah, you're not, man. After that, another actually decent woman's fight. Yeah, man, the men really gotta step up on this card. Sajara Dude Banks versus Melissa Gatto. We all know Sajara Eubanks, 7-6, somehow still in the company. She wins 2, loses 2, on the verge of getting cut, wins. We all know Eubanks. I don't need to talk about Eubanks too much. But on the other side, you got Melissa Gatto coming in, whooping Victoria Leonardo badly. Very, very badly destroying Leonardo. And now she gets a huge step up in competition here, with that being Sajara Dudebanks. Eubanks is 36. She's getting very old, very, very old. And I think the UFC is getting tired of her shit. Gatto, 25, looked amazing in her last fight. She might be a little, 5. Damn, she's taller. Obviously, Eubanks is definitely stronger. But if Gatto can just keep Eubanks away, she got this in the bag. Like, I don't want to spend much time on a Sajara Eubanks fight. I don't know why she's minus 220. That's very questionable odds. Why is Sajara Eubanks minus 220 again? It's kind of like Jillian Robertson last week. Like, Jillian did win, but how I respect her being 3-4 under more than I respect Eubanks ever being 220. Sajara Eubanks. The only time I think she should be a big favorite was in her last fight against that Reed chick who she fucking murdered. Yeah, like, we all know Sajara. I don't. That thing, she'll win 2, lose 2, win 2, lose 2, win 1, lose, win. He's a fucking roller coaster. And I think the roller coaster goes down in this fight. I think Melissa Gatto will go in there, do what she has to do to win, and win. She is the plus 180 dog, which makes no fucking sense. I would have... Fuck, I'm trying to think, like, does it make sense to have Eubanks the favorite after Gatto's last performance? How do you not have her the favorite? I guess I'd probably have Gatto minus 150 to plus 120. I don't know how Eubanks is a favorite here. Well, I would respect Eubanks being favored with like plus 125 to plus 115. Or minus 125 plus 115. Because then, yeah, that makes some sense. But, God, I don't think Eubanks should ever sniff minus 220, if you ask me. If you ask me, that's what I think, so. Fuck. Yeah, I'm going Melissa Gatto on this one by decision. It would be very impressive if she could smoke or even fucking stop Eubanks, and man, that would put her on the map at 125. But right now, I think she'll get the decision. Gatto by decision. And first dog pick. After that, the worst fight on the card. Easily the worst fight on the card. Justin Tafa versus Harry Huntsucker. Where do I fucking even go with this fight? These guys are terrible. Why are these guys going over Raquel, Gatto, Jordan, Levitt even? Why are these guys not opening the fucking Facebook prelims? These guys are terrible. Like, honestly, they're fucking terrible. Man, and I'll get to really stupid betting odds in a second. But man, dude, both guys, their last win fucking were... Where do I even fucking talk about this shit? The other more known guy, Tafa, losing to Jared Van Dura, losing to Carlos Felipe. His last win was Juan Adams almost 2 years ago. Ooh, you beat a fucking can. And then Jorgen De Castro ended his fucking life. So he's 1-3 in the UFC. If he loses this one, he better get cut. He's fucking trash. And for Huntsucker, he came in on short notice against Tafa. We all knew he was gonna get smoked. And before then, he really didn't do much. Yes, he fought some regional shows and won. Oh, this is a bad fight. Well, the betting odds have Justin Tafa minus 340. What? Why? That makes no fucking sense. Huntsucker might be terrible, but I don't think he's Justin Tafa terrible. I think Tafa should definitely be the favorite, but I would say 190. I don't think he should be anywhere sniffing 350 almost. Fucking hell. Man, I'm picking this fight. I've used this analogy a couple times in my breakdowns. I'm not got to use it in a minute, which kinda makes me sad, but now I get to use it. Who sucks less? Honestly, I think it's Harry Huntsucker. My biggest dog pick of the card was gonna be Harry fucking Huntsucker. I think if he can just land that one punch, he wins. I think, well, obviously this is heavyweight, so that's even more true. But we know Tafa has no chin. We know he's a heavyweight. We know he fights guys with power. That we're having no chin at heavyweight. Ask Alistair Overeem, ask a couple other guys, means you're going to sleep. In this one, I think Justin Tafa's going to sleep. I'm going to Harry Huntsucker by knockout in the first. This pick will either look like a genius pick or look like a fucking stupid pick. If this fight reaches round 2, then I'm fucked. But God, please just get knockout in the first. Please just get knockout in the first. Huntsucker, knockout in the first. My biggest dog of the night. I believe in you, man. I believe. Huntsucker, finish first. After that, a fight that, well, I guess should be great from what I've heard. Hani Barcelos versus Victor Henry. Victor Henry, I know you don't know who he is, but he is stepping in for Trevin Jones, I believe. Which, that would have been an interesting fight. Yeah, he's stepping in for Trevin Jones. And from what I heard in breakdowns all week, he's a dog. He's a dog. He's gonna go out there and scrap, and they're not even betting odds for this fucking fight yet. Let me... Fuck, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Let me try and get a... Now I thought for loud typing, but, yeah, this, like I said, I heard he's a dog. He's definitely a dog. In a good, I'm not talking about betting, I'm talking about, in the cage, he's a dog, he's ready to go fight. I'm guessing Barcelos is a big favorite. Probably, I'm guessing like 250, almost 300. Let's see. Okay, that was only, this is only for main card things. But yeah, we all know Hani Barcelos in his last fight not looking good against who was that guy? Timur Valvrev. He did not look very good in that fight, and then this guy was all hyped up. Oh, he could beat O'Malley. The motherfucker can't beat Timur Valvrev. Yeah, Ryan Barcelos minus 3. Oh boy, minus 350. I'll talk about it in 2 seconds, but yeah, Ronnie Barcelos was all hyped up. He could beat this guy. He could beat that guy. Motherfucker gonna beat Timur Valvrev. And then Victor Henry won about a month ago. Lost. Oh yeah, I heard he is down to go at it and fight, but I don't know. Short notice, can he hang with Hani? I don't know. People call Hani the watered down Jose Aldo, even though he's as old as Jose Aldo. But I don't know. I don't really care for this fight personally. And like I said, betting odds do have Hani about minus 350 to plus 240, I think. And I would have him about 300, maybe like 280. I don't know. Yeah, I think Henry could easily go out there and clip him in a 7 to the Shadow Realm. But I'm going Barcelos by decision. I'm not fucking worried about it too much. To be honest with you, I'm not worried about it. So yeah, Barcelos decision. After that, the featured prelim, GM3 Gerald Mershart versus Dustin Stoltzfus. This fight's only booked because both these guys' original opponents pulled out. Fluffy Hernandez for Stoltz and some Magomedov guy for GM3. Oh, they were like, fuck it, let's go at it. I'm not gonna waste much time on this fight. I don't think it's a good fight. I think GM3 is gonna win easily. And I'm not even like that high on GM3. I don't think he's that good of a fighter. To be honest with you, I really don't think he's even that good. But I think he'll win here. He's on a 2-fight winning streak, beating Bratozy, Fabrinsky, and Makhmud Murdanov. And Dustin's on a 2-fight losing streak, going to Rodolfo Fiera and Kyle Dawkins. Not terrible losses, but yeah. And we all know GM3 for one reason, being Hamzat's son. Yeah, Hamzat bitched him out. But yeah, now he's fighting Dustin. Nothing like that. I'm not gonna waste my time. I think GM3 got this in the bag. He is minus 225. Yeah, I'd probably have about one. I'd say probably about 200, but whatever. Yeah, I don't think Dustin's that good, and it's probably be his release. 0-3 in the UFC if he loses this. Yeah, he'll be gone. Oh yeah, GM3, but I'll say decision, but I will not be amazed at a stoppage at all. Oh yeah, those were prelims. I think there's about 2 good fights, and they're back to back. Yeah, not really much to write home about, but could still be some bangers in there. But bangers, this main card is stacked. Throw a title fight on this main card. It's a pay-per-view. And we start off with Legend versus Legend. Darren the Damaged Elgin versus Killer Cub Swanson. Oh, Legend versus Legend. This fight should have happened about 10 years ago. We all know the damage. You're a durable motherfucker. He'll take all your punches and hit you right back. He'll come back and marathon back dick. That's damage for you, man. He's had his ups and downs in his career. His biggest up obviously being beating Marathon back dick. He did fight the champ Volkanovski at one point, which is crazy. And now he's here fighting a legend like Killer Cub after winning 2 in a row, beating Derek Minner and Agudo Gakor, whoever the fuck that even is. And then you can move to Killer Cub. Both of these guys' resumes there, and you could read for hours. But Killer Cub in his last fight getting stopped by Giga, not a bad loss. For that, coming back, 2-fight winning streak. Kron Gracie and Daniel Pineda. So Killer Cub will get knocked down and get up just as quick. Now he's fighting this is a great fight on UFC's part. Legend versus Legend. The betting odds have Cub coming in -200. Guy who's legendarily gasses a lot. I don't know. Elkins plus 170. I would have this 115 apiece. I think fuck the betting odds, just have fun. Let these 2 guys go out there, shed some blood, and have some fun. And with that being said, I'll always pick the damage, man. I think Cub will gas. I think the first round and a half could be fucking insane. But I think Cub can gas. I won't be shocked at a submission like the third. But I think the damage go out there and do what he has to do and get a decision. I won't be shocked at a finish, like I said. But I won't count on it. Trust me, I'm not counting on it too much. So, I'm going damage. 37 years old versus 38 years old. Great fight. I'm hype. Damage, baby. Never dies. After that, probably a really intriguing fight. Diego Ferreira versus Matthias Gamrot. Gamrot, the hot shit at 155 right now. Bro should be undefeated, but robbery loss. He's the hot shit. He wrecked Jeremy Stephens in like 2 minutes tops. Maybe like a minute and a half tops. And you just don't do Jeremy Stephens. Before that, he flatlined Scott Holtzman. And yeah, he should be 3-0 in the UFC. Diego Ferreira, been in the UFC for years. 36, getting up there in age. On 2 fights, getting out Greg Gillespie and Benny Dariush. Not bad losses in the slightest. Greg Gillespie ain't a great loss, but Benny Dariush is nothing to fucking sneeze at. He beat Showtime. Who else did he beat? He's beat a bunch of motherfuckers. He beat... Alright, you go down the list of who he's beat. He fought Dustin. Man, he lost to Benny twice, crazy. He's been around a long time. You know, he made his debut in 2014, insane. So yeah, he knows that cage pretty well. Gamrot's a little younger, 31, and only had 3 UFC fights, but seems like he's learned the ropes pretty good. And with that being said, I think I'm definitely going with Gamrot in this one. This guy looks scary. At 155, they talk about Islam so much. This is not the guy right after I talk about when I talk about could be future champions who give Dupronx the challenge. This motherfucker looks terrifying, and yeah, he looks ready. He looks ready to if he wins this fight, he throws himself right up there with the big dogs, the Gregor Gillespies, the T Fergs, fucking Fazeev. He throws himself right up there. So let's see what happens. I'm going the -180 favorite to +155. I think I'd throw Gamrot a little higher, around 180, 190, maybe scratching 200. Yeah, but I'm going Gamrot. I think this is gonna be a real. If the last fight didn't prove a lot to people, this fight I think will. Cause I think this is a good challenge, a good vet, but I don't think he can. I don't think Diego's ready for Gamrot. So I'm going Gamrot. I'll say decision, I guess. I'm picking a lot of decisions, and I probably got like 2 finishes on the main card. But I'm gassed after last week, to be honest. So Matthias and Gamrot by decision. After that, we got a pretty easy fight to predict. It's stepping stone, really. Raquel, a sunset versus Ricky, someone. No, I don't think this is a really hard fight to predict. I think everyone knows this is Ricky's stepping stone to the rankings. Sunset is old. His past is very past from. He's 39, 10 years older than Ricky, and I just don't think he wants to be in there anymore. He's done a 3-fight skid, Marlon, Corey, and Cody. The last one was 3.5 years ago against Rob Font. Not a bad last win, but at this point, does that really mean anything anymore? I don't think so. Yeah, like, Ricky, everyone knows, a lot of people know Ricky for the Faber fight, which, God, he got flatlined. He lost to Rob Font, but now he's on a 3-fight winning streak. Ray Borg, whoever, Perello, and Brian Killer. So he's on a hot streak right now, and Sunset's on a cold streak. And I think the hot streak is going to win this and get into those rankings. Yeah, so I'm going with the mullet by decision. Not much to say. He's -275 favorite. I would even move him up to around 300. I think it's clear he's gonna win. I don't think much to say. It's a Simone decision. Co-main to co-main. Probably the fight I'm weirdly most hyped for. I don't know why, but I am. Amanda Lemosh versus Angela Overkill Hill. I guess we start with who we know more. Angela Hill coming off a terrible performance against Tisha Torres. Before that, beating Ashley Yoder, getting robbed against Michelle Watterson. A lot of people say she got robbed against Gadelia, and you're pushing it. And yeah, she's been around forever. We all know Overkill. But Amanda Lemosh this last year put her name on the map. Putting Olivia Souza on her ass. Knocking out Montserrat Ruiz. Beating Mitsukuki Akru. Beating Marina Granger. She's putting motherfuckers to bed, man. She looks scary. I'm trying to think who's the best comparison for her right now. Man, I don't know. She's in her own category right now. she's putting motherfuckers on their ass. And Overkill, and this is, I think this is this a step in for Overkill? Yeah, this is supposed to be Nunes. Nina Anserov. I'm guessing she pulled out for main reasons of she probably got an injury and probably didn't fight the week after Amanda. She probably would have pulled out anyway with how the fight went last week with Nunes. But now it's Angela Hill. They have Lemosh coming in minus 380. I think she'd be the second biggest favorite on the card. To my I think Lemosh is gonna win this. And I think she flatlines. I think she does what a lot of people can't do to Angela Hill, knock her out. Have Angela Hill ever been finished in the UFC, or just finished in general? She got armbarred by Randall Marcos, but actually finished, never. I think that Amanda Lemosh is gonna be the first female to completely finish Angela Hill. Amanda Lemosh might knock out in the first, my prediction. She looks like the real deal. If she goes out there and wrecks Angela Hill, you could start making fights with her and Jan Xiaonan. You could rebook the Nunes fight. You have some good fucking fights. Lemosh looks like a real deal. So, Amanda Lemosh by knockout in the first. She looks like the real deal, man. After that, the co-main event of the evening. This is gonna be an easy walkthrough for one guy. Stephen Wonderboy Thompson versus Bilal Muhammad. Bilal, the most liked guy on Twitter, said nobody ever. I don't get why he gets as much shit as he does, but he does. In that fight being Damian Maia in a fight I really don't even remember. Really should have got a DQ win against Leon Edwards. And before that, beat Lima good. A couple. He's been around. He's no joke. The Wonderboy, I think, is on another level. Yeah, he lost to Gilbert Burns. I think he won that fight, honestly. He beat Geoff Neal. He beat Vicente Luque. Lost to Showtime. He's been up and down. We all know Wonderboy. He's getting up there in age. He is 38. And I really hope this is not the start of a decline for Wonderboy, because that would be sad. Like, don't start a fucking decline, dude. Please don't. He seems like a real deal. Like, a good win or two, I think he's going to be fine for a title next. Hell, I think he should have been fine for it. I think he could have fought for the fucking title. I think bullshit that Masvidal got another fucking fight for a title. I just want to check one thing. Let's see. So the first Usman fight was 7-11. Let's see when was Wonderboy's fight around then? Because he could have stepped in and fought a fucking Usman. Yeah, he could have easily stepped in right there and fought fucking Usman. But whatever. That's besides the point. I'm not worried though. I don't think this is where his decline starts, but he says he wants to be the oldest fighter in history, or the oldest fighter to fight in UFC history. I actually don't think he wants that, but we'll see what he wants. Right now, we gotta look at the here and the now. He's minus 250 favorite to minus 200. I disagree. I think Wonderboy should be 450. He's my lock of the card, honestly. Wonderboy, I think he's gonna do whatever he wants to Bilal. If you honestly ask me, Wonderboy's gonna do whatever the fuck he wants to Bilal. And at the end of the day, what is Bilal really gonna do? Bilal's good. This is his first real step up into the higher guys at 170. Yeah, he beat Damian Maia. But besides that, who has he fought as a really top guy at 170? And the answer is, besides Damian Maia, he fought Geoff Neal, but that was 2 years ago. He fought Vicente Luque, yeah, he lost that fight. And that was in 2016. Yeah, he fought Alan Jouban. Oh, fought Randy Brown, Timmy, and so he can hang with guys like Means and Randy Brown, the unranked guys, but can he hang with a top guy? I don't think so. And that's why I'm going Wonderboy as my lock of the card by, hell, with whatever he wants, right? But I think decision. Wonderboy is my lock, but I think he's by whatever he wants, really. But last week I had, well, kind of funny, back-to-back fight. A guy, Lemosh fight, a girl named Amanda, and now the Wonderboy fight, my lock. When my lock of the card last week was a chick named Amanda, it went fucking great. Let's hope the pick named Amanda and my lock don't fucking lose. They're Wonder Bread by decision. And to end the year, the last fight of 2021, Derek the Black Beast Lewis versus Chris Dawkins. We end the year with someone going out. Derek Lewis coming off a horrific performance in his last fight against Rogan. He looked old, slow, and fat. Before that, Curse Blade, Alexei Olenek, Lil Latifi, Blagoy Ivanov. He's on a good winning streak. Just gone, bro. He shuts you down. I swear to God, he shuts you down. And then for Dawkins, he's on a good winning streak. I still don't think he's beat that good competition. Parker Porter, Rajo Nascimento, Alexei Olenek, and Shamil. Yeah, Lewis beat Olenek. Didn't look like a good win. Shamil, the guy's 50. And I picked Shamil just because, like, I want to. If Dawkins wins this, then he's like, okay, this motherfucker might be for real. But this is his first real step up in competition, just like Shamil was. And he passed the lower level test. Now can he pass the higher level test in the Black Beast? We'll see. We'll see. But if Derek Lewis goes out there, because he even said at media that the only reason he looks shit against Gunn because he was under the pressure. He has no pressure. He's in the apex. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Someone's going out. If this by round 3, if someone's not out, someone's gonna be out. I'm biased. I'll always pick the Black Beast, and I'm going to Black Beast. All he needs is one shot. Same thing with Dawkins though. All he needs is one shot. And I think that one shot landed by one of these guys is gonna be from the Black Beast, man. I'll always pick the Black to Beast. It's hard not to. I'm going Black Beast by knockout in the first. I'm not very confident, and these are the betting odds. Minus 140 for Dawkins, plus 120. I don't agree. I was having them about 115 each. I think people were counting out Lewis after that last fight. Cause, yeah, he looked terrible. But, dude, Sam's thorough fucking gone in his hometown. So, yeah, the pressure and the fighting is arguably the best heavyweight in the world. So, yeah, I'm going the Black Beast by knockout in the first. I'm biased, but at the same time, I can see it happening. Black Beast finishing the first. 14 fights up, 14 fights down. Now I'll give you my picks one more time. Jordan Levitt by decision. Downtown Mays by decision. Rocky Pennington by decision. Charles Jourdain by knockout in the first. Melissa Gatto decision. Harry Huntsucker knockout in the first. Ronnie Barcelos decision. GM3 decision. Darren Elkins decision. Gamrat decision. Ricky Simone's decision. Amanda Lemosh knockout in the first. Wonderboy, my lock of the card, decision. And Derek Lewis knockout in the first. Those are my picks. You tell me yours in the comments or the premiere chat right there to your right. And yeah, should be a fun card. I'm excited. I'm not the most excited at the moment just because I'm so gassed from 269, to be honest, but by fight day I'll be hype. So, this is a card at the moment. Fights could be canned. You already know that. I doubt any fights will be canned. And we go into the last card of the year with all positive. Not in COVID, please. But, yeah. hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, sub. You'll see me again Sunday for the last recap of the year. I will make a video over the long 4-week break. It won't be a recap, won't be a breakdown, but it'll be something special, you know what I mean. I'll say the UFC honors, and I'll talk a little more about it in the recap. But, yeah, see you guys Sunday for the recap, and as always, RX out. Black Beast motherfuckers.